Hello there. It's our first discussion on Eyes of Bukky Ogunbote. Learners are faced with various challenges in their pursuit of success. Which is an initiative to inspire academic excellence in young minds. With me today is a professional counselor. She has passed through all teachers training certifications, ranging from grade 2, NCE, Bachelor of Arts and Education, and Masters in Guidance and Counseling from University of Lagos. She is a member of Counseling Association of Nigeria, American Counseling Association, and currently the Vice Principal Academics, Unique Heights Junior and Senior High School, Magodo. She would be discussing on the topic bullying, a counselor's perspective. Join me as I welcome my guest today, Mrs. Lydia Adegboye. You are welcome, ma.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you
welcome
for
to the
having
program,
me.
ma.
Thank you.
Okay, straight to the topic. So, what can you tell us are the features or characteristics of a bully? What are the characteristics of a bully?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Okay. Bullying is an act that is being exhibited by a person that has tendency to just harass somebody, wanting to exert his or her superiority on another less being, somebody that is vulnerable. Most of the features that one can identify in a bullied person is anger. Somebody that has anger issue. Such an individual has a tendency to bully. And of course, frustration, maybe from the home front, he or she has issues. Maybe there are conflicts at home. Such an individual, such a child or student will want to vest their anger on any vulnerable uh, student that he or she comes across. Then another one that one can see is lack of sympathy, lack of empathy, not showing care, not showing love to another individual. There are so many features, but these are few ones that I can mention for now. Hello, are you hearing me? Well, another feature can be a student that doesn't have respect for authority, the, the law, rules and regulations, no respect for authority, and he also views violence as a positive way of addressing issues. So these are some of the things that one will easily notice in a bully. Can
So,
you hear me?
why would a bully? Why would a child end up to become a bully? Why would a child bully another child? What are the main reasons and factors that causes this, ma?
Can you come again, please?
What are the factors that are responsible for
The
making a
factors
child
that are
become a bully?
responsible.
Why does that
Okay.
child? Yes, ma.
Number one, as I said, one of the factors that is responsible for a child to bully is a child that doesn't have care at home. Maybe he has there is a conflict at home, and so he or she has grown up to have that kind of tendency that that's a normal way of life, of normal way of living, of associating, and so we want to bully, want to exert authority on any individual that he or she comes across. Can't get, I don't know whether they are getting it.
Hello, ma. We're back with you.
Maybe the network is.
We're with you,
The
ma.
network is bad. Okay. I said there are many factors that contribute to a child, bullying. Number one, I said if such an individual has an anger issue, such an individual will exhibit bully, will want to bully anybody that come across. Then frustration, feeling of annoyance. Maybe he's annoying with something and he wants to vest it on any vulnerable individual that come across him or her. And I also said a person or an individual or a student that does not have respect for authority, the lay down rules and regulation of the school, or any authority, such a child has the tendency to bully.
Thank you so much, ma. So are there forms of bullying? Are there existing some forms of bullying? If they are, please can you let us know? Especially now concentrating on bullying in school. What are the forms of bullying that exist, ma? Can you shed more light on the forms of bullying, types of bullying?
We have cyber calf bullying. We have individual bullying in the past years. We have peer pressure. We have peer bullying. We have the one that readily comes to my mind is this cyber calf bullying, which is not really too common in this hour. But in the school, you have the senior, the junior bullying.
Okay, which is verbal. The verbal.
Yes, we have verbal bullying. We have oral bullying. We have physical bullying. We have verbal bullying, physical bullying. We have relational aggression. We have cyberbullying, as I mentioned earlier on, physical bullying, and we also have sexual bullying. We have sexual bullying,
sexual bullying.
Prejudicial bullying also. We have so many types of bullying.
Can you share
then we have bullying victims
verbal
also.
bullying?
Okay.
Can you shed more light on verbal bullying as regards family and then learners in school?
Okay.
As regards family, learners, teachers.
Okay. Verbal bullying can be use of words, use of offensive words on vulnerable individual, like using words that hurts the individual, using a relentless insults to person by choosing their targets. And it's based on the way they look. It can be the act or the behavior. It's also common for people targeting kids with special needs. Maybe a child that has a special needs, and a bully will want to bully or want to insult such individual. So verbal bullying is often very difficult to identify because it makes attacks almost all occurring on around you, around in and out. And so as a result, it is often one person words against another, calling that person negative words, sending negative words to such an individual.
So what advice do you have? Because we've heard of cases where teachers in the classroom would even bully their own students, create unnecessary fear in the students. What advice do you have for teachers who do this?
Well,
and also students who do this to other students within the four walls of
for professional
the
teachers using foul language and abusive words on students, as a professional teacher, Often they have always been
Hello, ma'am.
counseled not to use such words because
Network
it
isn't
has
easy
tendency
in
of
our side
demoralizing the
today.
students, even from concentrating. When you mention names, when you label a student, maybe because of his or her educational challenge or learning disability, it makes that child to just, zero off and not want to concentrate again, even though the child has knowledge of what the teacher is, passing across the content. So as a teacher, we normally counsel teachers to stop, using such words on students, on learners, because it is wrong professionally, and it is not expected from a teacher. But when you find a teacher saying that, often when a student reports to counselor, we normally, ensure that an atmosphere is created whereby that teacher will be invited to the office and being corrected. And if such teacher does not yield to any counsel, then of course we'll show him or her way out, because a child is in school to learn. And by the time you begin to label, begin to call the students names, it makes the student not to concentrate on his or her studies. So we try. And for students that bully, that use verbal words, that, on such students, we go all out to ensure that such is not happening. The counseling, like almost in every schools, there must be a counselor. Every school, at least there must be a
Hmm.
professional counselor in that school where a student can be referred to. And that student, I mean, that counselor also goes around to ensure that normalcy is obtained. There are educative, there are directives, there are pictures, there are posters around in showing that whenever you are being bullied or wherever you are, not having right mind in studying, people are labeling you, you are not comfortable, walk straight to the counselor. And we ensure that we keep an open office. We are accessible to the student, that the confidentiality is ensured. They can, really talk their mind out, and we look for a way, manipulating the environment to ensure that such a student are helped because they are in need, and we help them.
Because I was going to ask that I know bullying can have a lasting effect on an individual. So how can a
Yes,
victim
yes.
of bully seek redress? How can especially even with counselors? I know with counselors,
Yes,
it you know strictly it strictly have to be one on one with that person who is
yes,
facing that particular challenge. Yes. So
yes,
how does
yes.
one seek redress? I mean, those parents who have a child that is a victim, or a child who him or herself is a bully. What is your advice
Yeah,
to
thank
such
you
people
very
to seek
much.
redress?
We, from the start, like the school is resuming by its grace tomorrow. By start, we organize a kind of orientation to all students that you must not keep quiet. One thing is to speak out. Whatever
Okay.
you are passing through, speak
Speak
out.
out.
And we ensure, we let
Okay.
them know that there is a conducive atmosphere, a conducive environment for you to relate, to pour out your mind to the counselor, and assuring them, guaranteeing them that their identity will not be mentioned. Because one thing is fear also. Fear will not allow them to come out and speak out. But by the time we let them know, we a conducive, then they are able to walk up to the counselor to speak their mind, and we'll tell them, we ensure that, number one, that incident that is reported is investigated without the
Okay.
bully to know that it's being investigated. And once once it is found wanting, such a person is brought to book. Then the victim himself will now be given therapeutic help to let him or her know that you have to come out of that. You don't have anybody to pocket you. We talking therapy. We build confidence emotionally. We let them know that what that person is, because you are ahead. Is because you are you are powerful than such a bully. That is why that person is bullying you. We try to let them have confidence in themselves, self-confidence, and bold to speak, so that their studies will not be hampered with.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma.
I don't know if any of our viewers have any question. I'm trying to search if any of our viewers have any questions so we can address. Um, Thank you so much, Mr. Adegboye, for honoring us.
Yeah, but I just want to let the parents at home to know that once their child
Okay.
open up to them, once they discover or notice that their child is being cocky, is afraid to go to school, and that child open up to them, they shouldn't be afraid. They should walk up to the counselor in the school or any significant adult. A teacher also has passed through. There is no teacher that is not that doesn't have an aspect in psychology, child psychology, or the school authority. They
Okay.
can have boldness and confidence to speak to them so that that issue can be addressed. If it is not addressed, then they are doing damage to the future of that child.
Thank you so much, Ma. It's been an
Yes, ma'am.
insightful session with you. May God continue to honor you. So, in the
Amen.
absence of any question, yes, it's been an insightful discussion, and I hope our viewers have learned something new today. We become what we want to be. We all have a role to play in building a better Nigeria for our children. We appreciate all our viewers. There will be a recap of this discussion on YouTube. Please do not forget to like when you view. Till we meet again, it's bye for now.